Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching with me tonight. If you are new to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, my name is Ginger Pierce and I am a travel agent with Marvelous Mouse Travels. For the first time, at least here on my YouTube channel, I know I've talked about it a little bit on Facebook and Instagram, but here I get to announce that we are now a diamond level agency with Disney destinations. So Marvelous Mouse Travels just hit this milestone this year. This is the absolute highest tier that you can reach as a travel agency. And that just means a couple of things. It means that we book a whole lot of trips to Disney destinations. And it also means that there is a level of expertise that comes along with that. So when you do something a whole lot or you do something for a really long time, you get pretty proficient at it. And so, there's a lot of expertise and value that comes from working with our agents because of the fact that we are diamond and we do have that level of experience. So that's a little bit of personal news just to kind of share with you guys up front. But I wanted to hop on here and go live tonight because Disney dropped a bunch of news today. Like, I'm not even going over all of the news that they dropped because some of it was for Disneyland, and that's almost its whole other thing. So I'm just going to focus primarily on Disney World and the news that was released about Disney World today. And so first up, this is a piece of news that I personally have been waiting for a while, and that is that Tron is opening. We finally have an opening date for Tron. Tron is a brand new roller coaster in the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, and the opening date for that is April 4th. So if you are, thinking about, or hopefully you already have it booked, a spring break trip to Disney, you might see this opening date coincide with the dates of your trip. I know I have some clients who are going to be down there for spring break who are super excited now that they have, potentially the opportunity to ride Tron depending on, how the line situation is going to work and all of that. We don't have those details yet, but we do know that Tron is opening on April 4th, and so that is super exciting. They have been working on this attraction for a really long time. They have this attraction at Shanghai Disneyland and some of their other international parks, and everybody loves it. So we're really excited to see it come to Walt Disney World. From what I understand, it is a lot like Hagrid's. So if you have ridden Hagrid's at Universal Studios, I understand that Tron is going to be a lot like that, in that you're kind of up on a bike, kind of like you are in Hagrid's. So I'm very excited because Hagrid's is one of my favorite rides. So I'm excited to see something like that at Walt Disney World. Next up, next big piece of news, also happening in April, is the return of Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever. Now, Happily Ever After has been the Magic Kingdom, or had been the Magic Kingdom fireworks show since I believe about 2017. And then that was replaced for the 50th anniversary with Disney Enchantment. And so Disney Enchantment is a great show, but for me, Happily Ever After is always going to be my favorite Magic Kingdom show. And so I'm so excited to see that come back on April 3rd. So that is really, really good news. I know many people feel that way about Happily Ever After and can't wait to see it come back. We are also going to see the say bye bye to Harmonious at Epcot, and we're going to welcome Epcot Forever back for a short period of time until they release whatever the new permanent show is going to be at Epcot. So, Harmonious, this is a little bit bittersweet for me because Harmonious is one of my favorite fireworks shows I've ever seen at Disney World. Definitely my favorite Epcot show. And so I'm a little bit sad to see that one go. I love the soundtrack, but the beauty of it is that you can always listen to that soundtrack on YouTube. You can watch that show on YouTube. So it'll stay in my heart forever, but it's only going to stay in Epcot for a couple more months. And then we're going to see Epcot Forever come back for a limited run until we find out whatever the official replacement is going to be for Harmonious at Epcot. So, our next piece of news is a potential savings for you if you are traveling in the spring or summer to Walt Disney World. There are some new promotions that were just released earlier last week. Actually, I believe those came out on the 5th, if my memory serves me correctly. So, there is a room discount that is available for qualifying stays, qualifying properties. There is also a Disney dining card promotion that is available again for qualifying stays on qualifying dates. Now, that's an either or type of situation. So you're not going to get a room discount and the Disney dining card. So it's, you would have to pick and choose and kind of look at which one's going to work out better for your family. But that's one of many reasons why you have a travel professional in your corner. So we can kind of work with you and help you figure out what's going to be the best deal or the best path forward for your family. So I'm not going to post any specific details or talk about any specific details about that, because with Disney promotions, we need to make sure we list out all the terms and conditions when we talk about specifics, just to make sure everybody understands what qualifies and what doesn't. So that's something that if you're interested in seeing, what it would look like for you to price out a stay for your family in the spring or summer, reach out to me privately via my quote form, and I will be happy to put some of those options together for you. And again, that quote form you can reach at gingermmt.com, which is the address to my blog. In the upper left-hand corner of my blog homepage, it says get a free quote, and you can just click right on that. And I'll be happy to put together some options for you. If you are currently my booked client, if one of these promotions did apply to your trip, I have already let you know. I've already sent you the new confirmations about that, and probably an email as well, letting you know how much money you saved. So that was super exciting. Last time I tallied it up, I think my clients had saved close to $2,500 with all of those different promotions that had been applied to various different people's trips. So reach out if you're interested in more information about that. So we also are seeing some other ways to save at Walt Disney World, and that is just Disney no longer charging for parking for their on-site hotel guests. That actually kicked into effect tonight. So if you are staying at a Disney-owned on-site hotel, you used to have to pay for parking per night. It used to be $15 per night per car at value resorts, 20 at moderates, and 25 at deluxes like the beautiful Riviera that we see here in this picture. But now that is complimentary. So if you are staying at the hotel, self-parking is no longer a charge. If you want valet, obviously, you're going to pay for that. But regular old self-parking at the hotel, you're no longer being charged for that. And that was really surprising. Like, I didn't anticipate that Disney was going to do that. We didn't really hear any rumblings that Disney was going to do that, but it was just a nice little gift. So that's a cool thing too, if you have an on-site hotel stay booked. And also too, because, I'm pretty familiar with a lot of properties in the Orlando area. Most hotels charge you for parking. And so the fact that the on-site hotels don't just gives you more value for that, and especially if you're staying at one of the value resorts like this All-Star Sports here, which is one of Disney's more affordable, economical properties. So a little bit extra money in your pocket, or let's be real, more money you can spend on souvenirs and food and stuff like that in the park rather than on parking for your vehicle. But it's still a nice little surprise. Okay, our next piece of news is beginning in the next few months. Again, this is just something that Disney is giving that they used to charge for. If you purchase Genie Plus after this new policy goes into effect, your attraction photos, your on-ride photos from the day that you purchase your Genie Plus, you're going to get digital downloads of those complimentary. So that's something that, you used to have to pay. If you wanted that picture of, your family screaming on Splash Mountain, or your family, like I have a treasured picture of my kids screaming going on Frozen Ever After. Like it was the first time they ever rode it. It's if you've ever ridden Frozen Ever After at Epcot, it's like maybe a 10-foot drop. It's not a very steep incline at all. But my kids were 5 and a baby at the time. So for them, it was a little bit intense. And we have this on-ride photo of our kids just looking absolutely terrified. And it's hilarious. Makes me sound like a bad parent. I know it's not hilarious that they were scared, but their facial expressions are pretty funny. But I treasure that picture. And so on-ride pictures like that, if you've purchased Genie Plus, you get to have that included in the price of your Genie Plus purchase. So that's really nice. You're not having to buy that photo extra. Now, a question that I saw posted in one of our groups earlier today, does that mean that Memory Maker is no longer necessary? Personally, I think Memory Maker is still necessary, because this is just the on-ride photos that you're getting included with Genie Plus. So if you have a PhotoPass photographer that takes your picture in front of the castle or in front of Spaceship Earth at Epcot, you're still going to want those pictures, and those are not included with Genie Plus. And so I still think that Memory Maker is well worth it for things like that, for the pictures you get at character meets, for the magic shots you get where maybe they superimpose Tinkerbell or Mickey or something like that. Sometimes they'll make a nice little video for you with your family in it. So all of those things would not be part of what's coming with Genie Plus. It's just attraction photos, on ride photos, and just for the day that you purchase Genie Plus. So I personally would still want Memory Maker for my own personal trips. If you are an annual pass holder at Walt Disney World, also some exciting news for you. Oh, sorry, I just saw Laura's comment. Yes, always to Memory Maker. Totally agree. This is something I don't go to Disney World without. We always purchase it. If you are an annual pass holder, though, you are now going to be able to enter the parks after 2 o'clock p.m. without a park pass reservation. Now, the exception to that is not the case on Saturdays and Sundays at Magic Kingdom. So if you want to go to Magic Kingdom with your annual pass on a Saturday or a Sunday, you still have to make a park pass reservation. But, if it's a random Tuesday and you want to pop into Magic Kingdom after 2 p.m., you can. Any day of the week, if it's after 2 p.m. and you want to head over and check out whatever the latest festival is at Epcot, you can do that with your annual pass without making a park pass reservation. I know this is something that people have been asking for a while, that who had annual passes at Disney, is, hey, we miss that flexibility of just deciding like we want to pop into Epcot for dinner or something like that tonight. So you have a little bit of that flexibility back. And that's really exciting. So that is most of the Disney World news that was released either today or last week in the case of the promos. There is some exciting news about Disneyland as well, and I will probably be doing some posts about that in the next couple of days on my social media pages. So if you are not following me on Facebook or Instagram, be sure you do that. You can find me at facebook.com/gingermmt. You can find me at Instagram at ginger_MMT. And of course, you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/gingermmt. Please give the channel a subscribe. We do lots of fun stuff over there. We have all sorts of resort tours. We have our restaurant reviews. We have planning tips videos, some of our travel vlogs. There's going to be some more great content coming to the channel really soon. We're working on a review of a fireworks dessert party that we did at Magic Kingdom that we're going to be publishing soon. We are also going on a Disney cruise here in just a little over a month and a half. And so we will be posting about our experience on the Disney Wish. So if you're thinking about a Disney cruise, definitely make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you get notified whenever we post those videos. If you are new to me and to Marvelous Mouse Travels, and maybe you're not really sure how this whole travel agent thing works, it is the same exact price to book your Disney World vacation or any Disney vacation through a travel professional as it would be to just go on Disney's website and book those components yourself. But when you book with an agent, you're getting someone who's providing you with concierge level vacation planning services at no additional charge. So someone who can help you pick the right hotel, the right ticket type, someone who watches out and monitors for promotions and hopefully saves you money when they come along. Someone who can make dining recommendations or will even book your dining reservations for you if you would like for them to do that. It's one of my favorite places to eat in Epcot, by the way, Chefs de France. So all sorts of things that we do for our clients. If anything goes wrong, we're there to kind of help troubleshoot and help make sure that those problems get solved. And all of that service comes to you at no additional charge. So you can wait on hold with a call center and try to take care of all that stuff yourself. You can keep up with those deadlines on your own, try to apply promotions yourself if you want to, or you can have someone help you with all that for free. And so we are paid directly by Disney after you travel. And so you're not paying anything additional to work with us. You're not paying anything, up front. You're not paying anything at all. All you're paying is just your deposit and the cost of your vacation through Disney, which you would pay anyway if you were to go and book that yourself directly through Disney. So if you'd like a little bit more information about that, or if you're interested in a quote, Again, you can find my blog at gingermmt.com. There's also a ton of helpful content there. I have posts on everything from my experience on the Star Cruiser to what Universal hotels I recommend for, what type of traveler, to dealing with my diabetes diagnosis at Disney World and how did I do on finding things that I could eat in the park. I also have food allergies, and I talk a little bit about things like that on the blog. So if you're interested in that, feel free to hop over and check that out as well. But you can also access my quote form in the upper left-hand corner of the homepage of my blog, and it just says get a free quote, and you can click that, and I will get back to you by the next business day. So thank you so much to everybody who watched. I hope you found this really helpful, and I hope to see you again really soon next time we hop on here and do another live. Have a great night, everybody.